in this industry as of late. So, but the reason we do these classes is to help bring about a positive change in the industry. We want to bring you guys from the position of just being another agent to being a top advisor. And there's a lot of things go into that process, but come to these classes, learning the intricacies of the business, and learning how to make yourself different is what's going to get that top level of the profession. All right. So today I want to talk to you about marketing. What is marketing really for? And this is a conversation I've been having, like I said, I have a lot of my mentoring guys as of late, because I have guys that spend hundreds, if not thousands of dollars on different, books, booklets, websites, ads, mailers, seminars, workshops, radio shows, video podcast campaigns, newsletters, trade shows. The list goes on and on, right? And these are all great sources, all great tools, okay? But what's that really accomplishing? A lot of guys and gals in this industry think, well, if I send out 1,000 mails, I should have a 2% or 5% response to them. If I send out Facebook, I should have 100 people sign up for my free report, that kind of stuff. And the realistic picture of it is marketing is only going to get people to raise their hand. A lot of people aren't going to, go out of their way to make contact with you. All right. So everything we do has to be followed up. All right. And I'm going to explain that in a minute here. So a lot of the things out there that are a lot of the marketing I'm seeing from other agents, agencies, and so forth, they're trying to create brand awareness. And brand awareness is really not for us agents. It's more for the big box stuff. It's like for FedEx, Walmart, McDonald's, the masses. They're casting a wide net. They have a broad range of people they're looking for, and they're selling tangible products. As advisors, we're not selling a tangible product, are we? We're not something they can hold in their hand, smell, taste, touch, hug, kiss, whatever. It's not that kind of thing. It's not a knife they cut their bananas up with their cereal in the morning. It's not the car they drive to work every morning. It's something they're going to see immediate intrinsic value to. Okay, so we market for one reason and one reason only. All right. And it's not to educate our prospects. It's not to try to sell them a product. Like a lot of the guys out there, doing final expense mortgage protection are out just trying to sell a product. Hey, you got a new mortgage. I want to help you if something happens to you or your family. If you die tomorrow, make sure your family's you don't live a financial burden for your family with final expense. They're trying to sell the product, not the problem. All right. So what is marketing really for? What is we really doing it for? And that's just to create a conversation. Because every bit of work we have to do, right, requires a conversation with our prospect or client. Our clients aren't going to just say, hey, I want to buy an annuity. Very rarely. And if they come up to you and say, I want to buy an annuity, my first question is, why? How did you determine that? So I'm still going to create the conversation with them regarding it, because our clients don't know what they don't know, just like agents don't know what they don't know. So we tend to sell a product that fits some kind of need, some kind of want, some kind of desire, but it's really not doing the whole job. So until we have that really defined conversation, of going through what their emotions are, what problems they're facing, help them bring those to the surface, nothing else matters. Our marketing is for not for anything at that point. So the marketing we put out there, whether it be, again, putting our ad and booklets out, whether it be putting workshops, seminars, doing podcasts, doing all these different techniques, there has to be a follow-up conversation from you or your team. I'm not, I have some guys that have an assistant do this telemarketing for them. I'm not against it, but realistically, your first sale to your prospect is what? Joe, I want an answer from you. Say it again. I can't hear you. But I think you said your appointment.
Repeat the question.
Oh, what is the first sale you're making to the prospect?
The first sale is just to set an appointment.
Absolutely. So the conversation we have to be have to follow up to create those conversations. That's what's going to create the action of them wanting to meet with us. All right. Because what we do know is people don't buy life insurance annuities just to buy the product. You know, the people that are looking for life insurance typically that I find are either sick, dead, or dying already. Right. I just got diagnosed with cancer. I had a heart attack a year ago. I'm diabetic. I mean, whatever the reason is, they want it and it's too late. Typically, and there's always a few exceptions to that. Same thing with annuities. You know, the people out there searching for annuities really don't know what they want. They don't know what an annuity really is half the time. You know, so we have to help them, you know, through our conversations to see the problem they're facing and how the product can fix the problem. So rather than talking about, I'm gonna use annuities for today because I feel like talking about annuities. So if you have a life insurance question, I'll be happy to answer them also at the end. But you know, what's the major problem we use annuities to solve?
Deferred savings.
Well, deferred savings. What's the bigger issue?
Reasonable rate of return so they can sleep at night.
That's another good one, but there's an even bigger one.
They have money till they die.
That's another great one, but not the one I'm looking for. What's an annuity for, guys? It's to create income.
Create income.
That's the basis of it, right? You know, if you look at an immediate annuity, what's the base of an immediate annuity? It's to create income. We're deferring growth to create income long term, right? Because annuities in itself are probably one of the worst transfer tools out there as far as transferring wealth from generation to generation. Whole different topic. We did a class on that a few weeks ago. Look it up on the resource center. It got really kind of heated at some points, but the thing is, you know, income has to come first. You know, so the annuities, you know, are predominantly to solve income problems. That's why we use a lot of laddering, a lot of split funding, a lot of income riders, because we're helping people solve a problem. So when people have all the money at risk that they're going to have to use for income in retirement, their 401ks, IRAs, SEPs, KEOs, Roth IRAs, 403bs, whatever plan they have, you know, they could put it in the market and take interest distributions of it, or we could put an annuity and have guaranteed distributions. Which one's better for the client? Now, again, it's not always and never, can't use those terms, but for most people that have money, that have this, going to need this money for income, annuities make the most sense in a lot of ways. I'm talking about the average mom and pops. The people who have millions of dollars probably don't need annuities in most cases. But again, it's always and never. They can't really. One size fits all planning does not work. Let me say that. So, you know, everything we teach is regarding the big picture. Okay, as far as, you know, looking at every case on an individual basis to find the right product for that individual client. All right, but so with that being said, you know, the questions I would ask to help create the conversation is, you know, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, you know, do you plan on using the money you have saved for income? And, you know, where is that money being held now? Well, it's being held in my 401k, IRA, whatever. Okay. And is that money at risk? And it's a yes or no answer, right? But let me ask you, if the market goes down 15, 20, 30% in the next correction, could you live on 15, 20, or 30% less income? How would that affect your retirement? What would you like to see happen to your money? You know, would it make sense to guarantee your income so you don't have to worry about it again? You know, so it's all about the conversation we have. You know, I've said it 1,000 times. I'll say it 1,000 times more before I die. Is products are irrelevant. You know, if we're here to sell a product, the short term, yeah, we'll make some money here and there, but we're never going to make a difference in people's lives long term. All right, I got in this business to make a difference in people's lives. Not only the agents, you guys that I'm training and helping, but also the clients that I serve. You know, I want to make sure that I'm putting them in a positive position for long term. I don't want to sell them short-sighted. I don't want to sell them a product to sell a product. That's not me. I'm here to help. Okay. So when I have those conversations, it's always about the problem they're facing. And a lot of times they don't know the problems they're facing. And I'm not saying